What are we?
Unfinished business in video games. Like story threads that don't finish.
Oh yeah, okay. Anyway, nerd time with the Knicks. Watch it, play it. Nope, I can't forget.
Watch it.
Watch it.
Plot it. It's play it, and we're talking about unfinished business in video games.
Yeah, like when they have storylines or plots that just suddenly stop and you can't explore it anymore.
Or they do have like a conclusion in the game, but it felt like the game didn't give you enough options. Like for example in Skyrim, where you can choose a good or an evil character, but then you can't do truly evil things. Like with that young man you find, Adventus Arentino, and like you can't be evil with him. You just have to be good. It's annoying.
That's something we should talk about in a future episode is morality in games.
Mm-hmm.
And how they games that say they give you morality choices, but they really don't.
They never really truly.
But we'll talk about that later. Yeah, no, I know which quest line you're talking about. I never did finish the Dark, like even I started the Dark Brotherhood quest line, like, you know, Aventus asks you to kill the matron, and so you kill her, and then when you're sleeping, whatever, you get the notification from the Dark Brotherhood. But I've never.
But you don't get a lot of options when it comes to that quest. You really don't. Like, it gives you the illusion of having a choice, but you don't have a choice. And it's annoying to me. Like, when I was a good character, I wanted to save him and adopt him and teach him, no, be a good boy. But you don't get that option.
Hopefully in the, like, you know, as the processing power, what I would like to see is games that they're not as graphically good as the system can handle, because, you know, they put a little more effort into
mechanics
of the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Being like you know, you said, you know, do you want to take become a truly evil you know.
Mm-hmm. It actually, the game, it's like, and you see this in a lot of games though, they make it difficult for you to choose certain paths, and or they won't let you choose certain paths, period. And I would like a game that's truly free for all, where you can do anything and the game responds appropriately, right?
Yeah, like so game developers, if you happen to see this, give us a game that's not quite as good in graphics, so that, you know, you have more processing power for the, like, storyline, and, like, you know, if we want to be evil and just go on a killing spree, we can.
It's not that we want to, we're just saying finish
I
your
don't have a dark
storylines.
side, I promise.
And there's a lot of games where they have these storylines that start and then they just seem to never be fully concluded, and you think the developers must have ran out of time or something, and they just decided to drop it. But then you're left with unanswered questions, and you're like, but that could have been so good. Why did you stop?
Well, yeah, that's a thing with developers, is they would love to make the games as good as they want, but they get deadlines from the publishers.
Yeah.
And, you know, money constrictions and everything, and it just...
Scripting problems.
Yeah,
and... name it. And I get that. It's just, this is like a dream world.
You know, it would be cool to take Aventus and either... teach him to be evil, or say no, like...
I really wanted to adopt him as my protege and start teaching him how to kill people, because he really seemed the type that would enjoy that.
And she's got the dark side. Holy...
What? I just want to finish his storyline. But when the story's over, he just sits there in that little room with his dead mother forever.
Yeah, like...
It doesn't make sense.
The AI needs to be a little bit better, and, like, you know... Oh, well, now that that's done, I'm going to go outside and kill rats or whatever, you know.
Kill rats.
Well, you were just saying that he's a disturbed young man. Like,
he's a very disturbed young man.
He seems like the type he'd be to torture small mammals and such.
I can't think of any other games right now with unfinished storylines because I'm very tired.
I'm kind of tired too.
Yeah.
I was up late.
I know it happens a lot, though.
I was up late playing... Escape from Dead Island.
Ah.
I want to talk about that for a moment.
Sure.
The Dead Island games, they had their share of bugs and glitches, but they were fun. It was the first... Have you ever played Dead Island?
No.
It's a first-person game.
I've seen it, and I was thinking of getting it So tell me more. Convince me.
It's a first-person game, and you're on an island where there's an outbreak. It was a zombie outbreak. And you get to pick one of 4 characters, and each character has a special ability that they can do. Like, there's a guy that's, like, excels at throwing knives. Never really used his... I never really used the special abilities, because I just concentrated on, like, going up and bashing the zombies, and you can... as you go, the weapons get progressively stronger, and you can make weapons, too. And you get... It's an RPG. You get...
Is it? Okay.
Well, because you...
It's not just like a first-person shooter, but it has
no,
an RPG.
You level up. You do quests for people. You know, and then there's like some quests that are continuing. Like there's one guy. He's clearly an alcoholic because he asks you to get wine, to get booze for him.
No, wine is not alcoholism. Wine is good for you.
But when the character asks, "Hey, I'll give you a little bit of money every bottle that you bring me," and you bring him like 10 bottles, and then you know, you come back later and with another like 5 bottles, you can go in and there's not even any bottles around. It's another thing I want to see in video games. Yeah. Is stuff that lingers. Like if, you know, you give a character 10 bottles of wine and you come back later, I want to see him, you know, thoroughly sloshed and see the wine bottles lying around.
Yeah, like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that could just be a graphical...
I think a graphical glitch or whatever. But I think the older games, like, I don't know if you played games like Heroes Quest and stuff like that. But you did see stuff like that.
I remember that. And you want to know what's funny? The cool thing about Heroes Quest is it was actually created by a woman.
I know, she's amazing.
And that's something we should talk about in a future episode is women in video games. And women behind the video games. Yeah. Not women in video games, because we've already talked a little bit about
and I think we tend to assume that it's generally men who are behind it, but no, there's lots of women in the video game producing stuff.
There's a lot of women behind the scenes in video games, is what she's trying to say, folks. But anyway, back to Dead Island. Yeah, so, you know, it's like that, and then there's Dead Island Riptide, which continues the story, same characters, adds a new character in.
Oh, okay.
And then there's Escape from Dead Island, which takes place on another island in the chain, the Banoi Islands. So not the same island as the other ones. But it's the Dead Island looks realistic too.
Yeah.
Like, not like super realistic, obviously, but...
Like Skyrim are realistic.
Yeah. And it had... But Escape from Dead Island is cel-shaded graphics. It's a third-person game. And...
So it's like totally different from the rest.
Oh yeah, it's completely different.
Oh.
But they reference Dead Island. And I've got mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
Because I did like the Dead Island games.
I don't like that when they change their format so much. If you're first person, stay first person.
Yeah, and we'll have to talk about that in another episode.
You say that a lot.
I do.
You gotta like cut me all the time. Stop it, Nicole. You're deviating. Stop it.
Well, we've got, it gives us ideas for future episodes.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And so I think, but I think that's a pretty good spot to stop for today.
Okay, because we're keeping shorter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it a little bit shorter.
Everybody has short attention spans these days, including me. Oh, look, squirrel.
It's a sign of, hey, what's that over there?
It's a sign of old age. I don't know. Yeah.
Thanks.
Now we forgot what he was saying.
No, I'm older than you.
Oh yeah, you are old. He's pretty old.
That's it for today, folks. See you in the future.
Or in the past. Thank you for watching.
What the heck? I'm not that old.
You're pretty old.